Things are not going as planned for American race car driver Colton Herta, who was on the verge of making his Formula One debut in 2023 with the Red Bull Junior team AlphaTauri. The American driver won't be behind the wheel for AlphaTauri next season. You are curious as to what transpired, right? Keep an eye out. Before we go any further, we would appreciate it if you could give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for doing that. Let's get started. Colton Herta is an American racer who is a well-respected driver in the IndyCar series. Several Formula One teams have expressed an interest for Herta in the upcoming season, but there has been no development that can be considered definitive thus far. One of the biggest concerns was the current 32 super license points Herta has. A driver must have at least 40 points under his belt to compete in Formula One races. Although Red Bull was trying to persuade the FIA to make an exception for Herta, it does not appear that the FIA has moved in any direction regarding this matter. Earlier, the advisor for Red Bull stated that he had high hopes that the FIA would relax some of its regulations. He said, "I think we can prove that he, Herta, is eligible for it. Let's see. It's not yet done, the deal. But we will go for it. We are Red Bull and we are brave. And we will hopefully be successful with him." However, F1 CEO Stefano Domenicali did not favor easing up on the regulations. He stated that there are rules in place and that they must be obeyed in their entirety. He said, "The sport needs to respect the rules, and of course, American drivers or other drivers are very important. If he is eligible to come in F1 because he has the points, it's fantastic news, but there is a ladder to follow, there is a protocol to respect, and that is the situation. So it's really what I believe is right to do." Reports indicate that Red Bull plan to enter an additional Ferrari 488 GT3 for American driver Colton Herta at its home event on September 23rd to the 25th. The 22-year-old was supposed to join Felipe Fraga and Nick Cassidy, regulars in the AF course lineup. It is common knowledge that Red Bull made it as far as submitting an application for a wildcard outing, which the DTM ultimately granted. Red Bull had intended to keep Herta's guest appearance a secret from the general public until just a few days before the race. Still, the company ultimately opted against carrying out this strategy and withdrew the entry. It is not quite obvious why the entry was cancelled, but it may have something to do with the fact that Red Bull has given up on the chance of Herta competing in Formula One with AlphaTauri in 2023. After it became obvious that the FIA was not going to issue an exemption for the 22-year-old driver, Red Bull gave up in its efforts to sign him. As a result, the team may have been forced to cancel the driver's entrance for the DTM. What is known is that the planned DTM tour would not have been intended to assist Herta in acquiring a super license. This is because guest entries are not eligible for championship points. Instead, it provided Red Bull with a fantastic marketing opportunity for the DTM race held at its home track, for which it always has something special lined up. If this had happened, it would not be the first time that Red Bull had a high-profile driver from another category on its DTM driver crew. Sebastian Loeb, the winner of 9 World Rally Championships, joined the AF course run operation at Portimao earlier this year. At the time, Ryan Cassidy could not participate due to a scheduling conflict with his Formula E commitments with Envision. Had the plan with Herta come to fruition, it wouldn't have been his first outing in a GT car. The American driver has made 7 starts with BMW in the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship and took a class win on his debut at the Rolex 24 at Daytona in 2019. Red Bull appears to have moved on from Colton Herta to Nick de Vries. The Dutch driver has been offered a contract to drive for Red Bull's sister team AlphaTauri next season. In his first Formula One race, which took place in Monza, de Vries not only finished the race but also scored points. There have been rumors circulating that numerous teams are interested in signing de Vries. Alpine and Williams, the team that allowed the Dutch driver to make his F1 debut, both show interest in signing him. It has not yet been determined what team de Vries will compete for in the upcoming season. What's your thoughts on Herta? Will he be able to secure an F1 driver seat for the 2023 season? Let us know in the comment section below. That will be all for today's video. Thanks for staying tuned. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and notification bell so that you can always get to watch more amazing videos like this. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching Epic F1 News.